Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're going to do a deep dive into something that's been generating a lot of buzz in the gaming community.
It's a lot of buzz.
And I know you're probably excited to hear more about this too.
Oh, definitely.
The Ayn Odin 2 Portal.
Oh, this thing is.
It's a handheld gaming device.
Yeah, it's
And it's got people talking for good reason.
yeah, it's poised to maybe even change the handheld gaming scene as we know it.
Okay, so we've been scouring the internet, gathering information about this thing from every corner of the web.
Yeah, forums, articles, reviews.
All of it.
Yep,
And we're going to break it all down for you. Give
absolutely.
you all the juicy details about this really exciting device.
Yeah, and what's really fascinating is that this device comes from a company called Ayn Technologies.
Okay, so tell me about Ayn.
Well, they're not as well known as some of the bigger players in the gaming world, like your Nintendos and your Sonys.
Right.
But they've been quietly making a name for themselves by offering some really powerful handheld gaming devices at prices that are surprisingly affordable.
So they're kind of focusing on that Android-based gaming market and emulation and stuff like that.
Exactly. They're all about providing a premium experience, but without the premium price tag.
I like that.
Now, it's worth mentioning that Ayn has had kind of a mixed bag when it comes to customer feedback.
Okay.
Some people have been absolutely blown away by the performance and the build quality of their devices, but there have been some rumblings about customer service and the order fulfillment process.
So like maybe a few hiccups along the way as a smaller company trying to get their footing?
Yeah, that's very likely, but the good news is that Ayn seems to be aware of these issues and they're actively working to improve things.
That's always good to hear a company that listens to their customers.
Definitely.
But let's get to the star of the show here, the Odin 2 Portal.
All right.
This thing is being talked about as, like I said, a potential game changer.
Yeah.
And especially for people who love retro gaming.
Oh, absolutely.
And the big reason for that is the heart of this device.
The brains of the operation.
The Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor.
Yeah.
That's the same chip that you find in a lot of like top-of-the-line smartphones today.
Flagship phones. Yeah, you got it.
So this thing is like seriously powerful.
This is a beast. We're talking about the kind of processing power that can handle games that used to require a whole console.
Wow.
And to sweeten the deal even further, they've paired that processor with a 7-inch OLED display
Okay.
with a 120 hertz refresh rate.
Now for the folks at home who maybe aren't as familiar with all the tech jargon, can you explain what that means?
Sure. So basically what you're getting is a super smooth and responsive gaming experience.
Okay.
The colors are going to be vibrant. The animations are going to be buttery smooth. You'll almost feel like you're actually in the game world.
I love that.
Especially for fast-paced action games, that high refresh rate makes a world of difference.
Oh, I bet.
It's like the difference between watching a movie and actually living it.
And speaking of feeling immersed in the game world, let's talk about the design of the Odin 2 Portal.
Yeah.
They've managed to kind of capture that retro aesthetic that we all
A
love,
nostalgic feel.
but still incorporate all the bells and whistles of a modern handheld.
They've definitely nailed the look, and one of the things that stands out to me is the Hall Effect analog sticks.
Okay, tell me more about that.
So these are a bit of a tech marvel. Instead of relying on physical contact like traditional joysticks, they use magnets.
Oh, wow.
This means they're incredibly precise and they won't wear down over time, so you're going to have that tight control for years to come.
Oh, so no more of that dreaded joystick drift.
Exactly. No more fighting with the controls, just pure gaming bliss.
I can't wait to try that.
Yeah, and from what I've seen, the Portal just has this sleek, modern look. It's almost futuristic,
Right.
but in a retro way.
Uh-huh.
And you've got options you can choose from black, silver, or indigo.
Oh, very cool. So something for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting to think about this in comparison to another high-spec handheld that's out there, the Ayn Pocket EVO.
Yeah, the EVO.
Have you had a chance to check that one out?
Yeah, I've been keeping my eye on it.
What do you think?
Well, if we zoom out and look at the bigger picture, the Odin 2 Portal seems to be positioning itself as a direct competitor to the EVO.
Okay.
They're aiming to deliver that same level of performance and style, but potentially at a price that's a bit easier on the wallet.
Ooh, that's a good selling point.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about that powerhouse processor,
Uh-huh.
the beautiful display,
Mm-hmm.
but what else makes the Odin 2 Portal a true performer?
Well, for me, one of the standout features is the inclusion of Wi-Fi 7 and Bluetooth 5.3.
Okay, now we're talking some serious speed.
Blazing fast download so you can grab that new game and jump right in.
I like it.
And seamless online play.
So no more lag.
No more lag, ruining your winning streak.
Excellent.
And of course, easy connection to all your favorite accessories, headphones, controllers, you name it.
And speaking of awesome features, can we talk about the battery on this thing for a
Oh,
minute?
the battery's a monster.
It's a whopping 8,000 mAh battery.
8,000 millira. That's enough juice to power a small village.
You could potentially game for a whole day on a single charge.
Imagine being stuck on like a cross-country train journey, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And instead of just staring blankly out the window,
Yeah.
you're exploring this vast world of your favorite RPG, completely untethered from the wall.
I love that freedom.
That's the kind of freedom the Odin 2 portal offers.
That's amazing. And it kind of reminds me of, those old days of handheld gaming?
Yeah.
When you're lucky to squeeze like a couple hours of playtime out of a set of AA batteries.
Oh, I remember those days all too well, constantly swapping out batteries.
Right, praying that your game wouldn't die right in the middle of a boss battle.
Exactly the worst.
And don't even get me started on the screen quality of those old devices.
Oh, yeah.
We've come a long way.
Big time.
The Odin 2 Portal's OLED display is just stunning.
It's a feast for the eyes.
It really is. All right, so we've talked about the performance, the design, the features, but there's one key ingredient we haven't touched on yet, and that is the software.
Ah, yes, the software.
The Odin 2 Portal runs on Android 13.
It does.
Which really opens up a world of possibilities beyond just retro gaming, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. The beauty of Android is that open ecosystem.
Okay.
You're not limited to just those retro titles or even just games in general. You could be playing modern Android games. You could be streaming games from your PC or console. You could even access cloud gaming services like Xbox Cloud Gaming or GeForce Now.
So this is more than just a retro gaming machine. This is like a full-blown entertainment powerhouse.
Exactly. You can watch movies, you can browse the web, listen to music, check your email. It's a true multimedia device.
Wow. I'm impressed. And I bet a lot of our listeners are too.
You too.
We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more of our deep dive into the AYN Odin 2 portal, so don't go anywhere. All right, and we're back. And, one of the things I'm really excited about with this Odin 2 portal is its potential to just, revolutionize retro gaming.
Oh, totally. This thing is a beast when it comes to emulation.
Yeah, I've seen some footage of it running like GameCube and PS2 games. Without even breaking a sweat. It's mind-blowing.
It really is to think that you could have that level of power just in the palm of your hand.
It's incredible, and it's not just about the raw power.
Right.
AYN has really thought about how to make the Odin 2 portal like a joy to use specifically for retro gaming.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, for example, those Hall effect analog sticks we talked about.
Yeah.
Remember those old school joysticks that would get all loose and wobbly?
Oh, I remember those all too well.
So many frustrating moments trying to pull off like a precise move in a classic platformer.
Yeah, you're fighting the controls more than you're fighting the game.
Exactly. And with these new Hall effect sticks, you get that smooth, accurate control that modern gamers expect.
Exactly.
No more fighting with the controls, just pure retro gaming bliss.
It's the best of both worlds, the nostalgia of those classic games, but the precision of modern tech.
I love that. And from what I've read, AYN has also really put a lot of effort into making sure that the Odin 2 portal is comfortable to hold.
Yeah.
For those marathon gaming sessions,
Oh, yeah.
Nobody wants to get hand cramps after an hour of playing their favorite retro game.
Ergonomics are crucial, especially with a handheld device. You want to be able to just get lost in the game.
Right.
Without being distracted by any discomfort.
And it sounds like they've really paid attention to that, the weight distribution, the button placement.
Yeah, they've clearly done their homework.
Just the overall feel of the device in your hands.
They really understand how gamers use these devices, and they've designed the Odin 2 portal to be comfortable and intuitive.
Okay, can we talk about that massive 8,000 milliamp battery again?
Oh yeah, the battery's a monster.
I mean, that's enough juice to power a small village.
Seriously, you could potentially game for a whole day on a single charge.
Imagine you're on that cross-country train journey. And instead of staring blankly at the scenery passing by,
Yeah.
you're exploring the vast world of your favorite RPG.
Oh, wait.
Completely untethered from the wall.
That's freedom.
It's incredible. It's like taking a step back in time to the early days of handheld gaming.
Right.
But with all the modern conveniences that we expect today.
Exactly.
Remember when you were lucky to get 2 hours of playtime out of a set of AA batteries?
Oh, yeah. I remember those days all too well.
And the screen quality on those old devices.
Oh, don't even get me started.
We've come a long way, baby.
Huge difference.
The Odin 2 Portal's OLED display is a feast for the eyes.
Vibrant colors, deep blacks, crisp details. It's a whole new level of immersion.
Okay, so we've talked about the performance, the design, all these amazing features. But there's one key ingredient we haven't touched on yet. and that's the software.
The software.
The Odin 2 portal runs on Android 13, which opens up a whole world of possibilities.
Yeah.
Beyond just retro gaming.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The beauty of Android is that open ecosystem.
So you're not limited to just retro titles or even just games in general.
Nope. You could be playing modern Android games. You could be streaming games from your PC or your console. You could even be accessing cloud gaming services like Xbox Cloud Gaming or GeForce Now.
So it's not just a retro gaming machine.
Yeah.
It's a full-blown entertainment powerhouse.
Exactly. It really is. You can watch movies, you can browse the web, you can listen to music, you can check your email. It's a true multimedia device.
And that really broadens its appeal beyond just the hardcore gaming audience.
For sure, it makes it a much more versatile device.
And let's not forget about like the potential for customization.
Oh, yeah.
Because Android is so open, you can really tailor the device to your liking.
The possibilities are endless. You can install custom launchers, themes, icon packs. You can really make it your own.
It's a device that can really grow with you, whether you're a casual gamer, a retro enthusiast, or a tech-savvy tinkerer. The Odin 2 portal has something to offer.
It does.
It's a testament to AYN's commitment to providing like a versatile and customizable gaming experience.
Absolutely.
But of course, no device is perfect.
Sure.
There are always going to be some drawbacks or some areas for improvement.
Right.
What are some of the potential downsides of the Odin 2 portal?
Well, one potential concern is software support.
Okay.
AYN is a relatively small company,
Right.
and they don't have the same resources as some of the bigger players in the industry.
So there's a risk that the device might not receive regular software updates or that bug fixes might be delayed.
That's a possibility, but on the flip side, AYN does have a decent track record of providing software updates for their previous devices.
That's good to hear.
And it's also worth remembering that the Odin 2 portal is an Android device,
Right.
which means that it benefits from the wider Android community.
That's true.
So even if AYN doesn't provide official updates for a particular feature or bug fix, there's a good chance that the community will step in and create custom solutions.
That's the beauty of open source software, right?
It's a collaborative effort. There's always someone out there willing to lend a helping hand.
Another potential drawback that I've seen some people mention is the lack of official support for certain streaming services.
Right. So it's possible that some streaming apps might not be optimized for the Odin 2 portal's display or aspect ratio,
Right.
which could lead to a less than ideal viewing experience.
Yeah.
But again, the Android community is incredibly resourceful, so there are often workarounds or alternative apps that can address these issues.
It's all about being a little bit resourceful and finding those clever solutions.
Exactly. And honestly, with a device this powerful and versatile, there are bound to be a few quirks or challenges along the way.
Yeah.
That's just part of the fun of exploring new tech.
That's part of the adventure, right?
Exactly. And for a lot of users, that ability to tinker and customize is part of the appeal.
Right.
It's like taking ownership of the device and making it truly your own.
Okay, so we've covered the good, the bad, and the potentially quirky. The big question remains.
The million-dollar question.
Is the AYN Odin 2 portals worth the hype?
Well, based on everything we've discussed so far,
Yeah.
it certainly seems like a very compelling device.
Mm-hmm.
It's powerful, it's versatile, it's well-designed, and the price is incredibly competitive.
Right.
It's definitely tempting, but as with any new tech, I think it's always wise to wait for those early reviews and user feedback to start rolling in.
So we can see how it performs in real-world scenarios.
Exactly. We're going to see how it handles those demanding games, how long that battery really lasts, how comfortable it is to use for extended periods.
And of course, we want to see if AYN has addressed those customer service concerns and if they can deliver a smooth and responsive support experience.
Yeah, that's going to be crucial for their long-term success. Building trust with consumers is everything, especially in a market as competitive as handheld gaming.
That's a really good point. So the final verdict is still out, but the AYN Odin 2 portal has definitely captured our attention. It's a device with a lot of potential, and we're eager to see how it shakes up the handheld gaming landscape.
Me too. It's an exciting time to be a gamer.
It really is. Okay, well that just about wraps up our deep dive into the AYN Odin 2 portal.
It was a good one.
Thanks for joining us for this exploration of this really fascinating device.
My pleasure.
And as always, we want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the Odin 2 portal?
Yeah, are you excited about it?
Do you have any questions? Or maybe you just want to share some of your favorite retro gaming memories?
Hit us up on social media. Let's keep this conversation going.
Because at the end of the day, gaming is about community.
It is.
It's about sharing our love for this incredible hobby
Absolutely.
and pushing each other to new heights of creativity and imagination.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
All right, folks, that's a wrap on our deep dive into the Ayn Odin 2 portal. Thanks for joining us, and as always, keep on gaming. And we're back, wrapping up our deep dive on the Ayn Odin 2 portal. You know, one of the things that really stands out to me about Ayn is how they're approaching the market. They're not trying to be everything to everyone.
Right.
They're really laser focused on a specific niche.
Yeah.
Those gamers who want power and affordability.
Whether they're playing retro games or the latest and greatest Android games.
Exactly, and it seems like that focus is paying off.
It really is. They've built up a loyal following, especially among those retro gaming fans.
Yeah.
And with the Odin 2 portal, it looks like they're ready to expand their appeal even further.
It's a smart move.
Yeah.
You know, zeroing in on a specific audience,
Definitely.
really understanding their needs.
Allows them to create a product that really hits all of the right notes.
And you can see that in the Odin 2 portal.
Absolutely.
Those Hall effect sticks the emphasis on ergonomics.
That monster battery.
Yeah.
It's clear that they've listened to what gamers want.
Mm-hmm.
And they've delivered.
And that attention to detail,
Yeah.
that's what sets them apart
It does.
from some of those other companies out there.
For sure.
They're not just throwing specs together and hoping for the best.
Mhm.
They're really thinking about the user experience.
Making it a joy to use.
It's that passion,
Yeah.
that dedication to creating a product that's more than just a collection of parts.
It really comes through in the final product.
And that makes me excited to see what Ayn does next.
Me too.
You know, they're pushing the boundaries of what's possible in the handheld gaming world.
They're really innovating.
And it's a good reminder that innovation doesn't always come from those big companies.
True.
Sometimes it's those smaller companies.
Yeah.
The ones with a clear vision and a willingness to take risks
Mm-hmm.
that really shake things up.
And the Odin 2 portal feels like a perfect example of that.
Yeah, it's packed with that cutting-edge technology.
It is.
But it's also grounded in a deep understanding of what makes a great handheld gaming experience.
They found that sweet spot.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the Ayn Odin 2 portal,
Yeah.
I'm feeling a mix of excitement and anticipation.
Me too.
It feels like we're on the verge of something special.
Oh.
A new era of handheld gaming, where power and affordability and innovation all come together.
It's an exciting time to be a gamer.
It really is. All right, folks, that's a wrap on our deep dive into the Ayn Odin 2 portal. Thanks for joining us, and as always, keep on gaming.